Hi everyone, welcome back. It's Amy the Naughty Nerdy Needle. Thank you for joining me today. It is the 1st of May and it's a Thursday. So I have baby girl here with me today. She is over on that side playing with one of her jigsaws. So let's hope that will keep her entertained for a little bit. So we'll see how it goes. But her show is on in the background, so we'll see how that goes as well. Anyhow, we'll get straight into the stats, shall we? So stats for this month, this month I did 22,770 stitches, and for the last 2 weeks I've done 12,451 stitches. I keep saying it's insane. How do I keep doing this? But I don't know. As I say, whenever I find time, I'll do my stitching, and that's it. As I said, that's my life now. And yeah, so I did a lot of stitching. Work was crazy with the Easter holidays. I got this big massive egg and I took it over to our friend's house that was doing an Easter egg hunt, and the kids I decided to let the kids go at it. They literally had little hammers and chisels and stuff, and they broke the egg up and they had so much fun with that. And yeah, the Easter bunny left a few little treats out in the garden. So we thought we heard him hopping away. So we said we'd go out and have a look, and there was eggs everywhere. It was great fun. And what else? Oh, we ended up going to a forest, which is literally like 15 minutes away from here. Didn't realise how close it was. The bluebells are out at the moment and they are beautiful. It was literally a carpet at one stage of bluebells walking through the forest. It was like so like magical and enchanted. My godchild came up with stories of fairies and all that kind of stuff, and it was so much fun just walking through and listening to her jabber on. It was awesome. Yeah, I say awesome a lot. Yeah. Anyway, that was our week, so it was great fun. This weekend plan is to head down to Kerry and go and find a pancake place that is in the middle of nowhere. We'll have some photos up of that. I was there with the hubby a couple of years back. He doesn't really remember it, but it was great fun. It's just pancakes and it's literally in the middle of nowhere. Great fun.
Lie down.
You can lie down. So yeah, they'll be chatting back and forth. So I'm going to get on to Floss Troopers. So I've been watching a few more, so I've been trying to get it all in. I'm literally about 4 days behind on Floss Troop. People keep releasing videos, so it's hard to keep on top of things. That's the word. So first one, Dark Egg Stitch. She is back after a couple of months, and she's got a good bit of progress done on her projects. Love all her full coverage stuff. She has, I think, very similar taste to myself, so I love what she's working on. She has a fabulous Lord of the Rings one. It's so cool. Ebony and Stitches, or Stitches and Ebony, just finished a Fancy Lady, and oh my god, it is beautiful. I can't wait to see what type of frame she decides to go with. And the next 3 then are like full cover stitches, and I'm all about the full coverage right now, and it's obsessed. So Nina Hobbyside, she's got some beautiful colourful full cover stuff. Then there's Max Color Stitcher. Loved her I suppose her routine of doing thing, how she rotates her projects. So everything's like 1,000 stitches and then she goes on to the next one. And she has a few nice ones as well. I'd say she's a lovely one from Stitch Is So Beautiful, and it's gorgeous. And then the next one is Cross and Crafts. So Abby from Cross and Crafts, for all your floss needs, has put up a floss tube, and I didn't realise she was a full coverage fanatic as well. So she's got some lovely pieces, so go check them all out. So I'll link everything down below. And yeah, so we'll get straight on to our whips. Well, before whips, I actually have a finished project, or a finished pattern. I literally could not put this down, so I've worked on this. I do have an idea, so that will come into my plans later on. But I finished my big stitch. How beautiful is that? Oh, we'll come out a bit. It is amazing. I am so happy with how it turned out. I love it. Like, it's so pretty. I said the material was from Coffin Crafts that I got at the Big Stitch, and the floss is, I think, Gentle Arts, and it is Sunflower. And as I said, this kind of blends in, or what's the word? Not blends in, but it's for my wedding anniversary. So I finished Final Fantasy for my husband, as you know, last week. That's all done. So that's done for the 10th wedding anniversary. But this one was started a day after my wedding anniversary last year at the Big Stitch. So yes, I did go away for my wedding anniversary with my sister-in-law. And the one thing I was apt about this colour, the sunflower one, was I used sunflowers for my bridal bouquet. So everything kind of all worked together. So the fact that I have this done before the wedding anniversary, I thought that was kind of cool. But yeah, this is done. Yay! So, Big Stitch done. That can go in there, and I'm going to find a home for that and figure out what I'm going to do with them later. So I've got my box of what I've been working on. I think I was working on 10 projects. Yes, 10 projects in the last 2 weeks. I got a fair bit done. And I'm just going to go and pick what's there. So the first one is, my Rum Cthulhu from Unconventional Cross Stitch. So this wasn't worked on in the last 2 weeks. This was my 40 for 40 for the video before my last floss tube. So this is what I got done. So overall that was 968 stitches, and it's only at 0.33%. So big piece. So if you want to see progress on this, if you want to see what I've been up to with this one, go check out my 40 for 40. So you can get all the stats from there. So I literally will just show, like, I know I just showed you the stats for that, but sometimes I forget to write down what numbers I've actually put on. I'm the worst. So the next one then is my Joker. So this is how far I've got with Joker. So again, just working with the black 310 and slowly getting there. So I did 889 stitches and it's at 11.66%. You will get there someday. Someday we will be done. And then the next one, Frontier Man. This was spun, as I say, my 5%, spun the 5%, and this is what came up. So it was nice just to not have to think, because I say, all working in black and doing diagonal if I can. And this is where I am at with him. So Frontier Man got 776 stitches and it's at 1.39%. So yeah, not much to show, but it's something. The next one then is my Celtic tree, but I cannot show you that because that was just spun for my 40 for 40. So you'll have to wait for next Tuesday's video to see that one. And my next one, I ended up watching Lord of the Rings again. And while I was watching it, I was just like, I'm going to get this out.
Mommy, my neck, owie.
Get a pillow. Use Claude.
What was that?
Yeah.
Only one.
Okay, you can lie down there. She's making herself comfy. Bless her. So, as I said, this is my Mines of Moria. So, as I was watching, the first half of the Lord of the Rings, and then the second half, I was just kind of like, yeah, I'm going to throw this on. I can't watch a full Lord of the Rings now in one night. Can't do that anymore. I only watch extended. I can't watch normal. Or the cinema one, because it just... There's so much missing from the story that, yeah, I think the extended ones are literally 3.5 to 4 hours long. So it's kind of split into 2 nights. But we will have to do another marathon. When she's older, I cannot wait to sit down and do like a whole weekend of just watching Lord of the Rings. So, but that's going to be another couple of years. But yes, Mines Moria. Anyway, we're back to this. We got 460 stitches. So, there. I literally just filled in up here and worked my way down, and I think I did those little lines as well. I think my plan was to start going over there with one colour, but I was just getting so tired of it. Literally just doing that. I was like, no, I'm done. I'm just going to work down here. And that's what I did. So awesome. That was my Mines of Moria. Yeah, I'm going to have to get another bag because my Twin Peaks is in this one as well. So I look, it's literally falling apart. And I do have material or bags that the mother-in-law has made for me, so I still haven't used them. So we're not to figure out what we need to put into this. So Okay, next one is my jam liquor. This is Alison Friend from Contemporary Cross Stitch. I can never say that word. Contemporary Cross Stitch. Yes, finally. But this is where I got to. So this is one of my 40 for 40s. So if you want to know my stats and all that, go check that video out. But yeah, absolutely love those patterns. As I say, my plan for the 3 of them. So you've got, I think there's jam liquor, custard cream, and it's a jammy dodger or something along that line anyway. They're all relatively the same size. I'd like to get them framed, 3 of them together, but obviously have like spacing between them. So that's my idea. It's going to be a big frame, but it will be cool when it's done. But again, God knows when that's going to get done. Okay, my next one then. This was one of my Whipco pieces. What was my other Whipco? Oh yeah, this was my Whipco piece. So it was Supernatural, it was called. And I actually got a fair bit done. I think I got a fair bit done. So Supernatural, where are we? Was 1,258 stitches. And it's at 3.09%. So we're at the 3%, people. So this is where it's at. It's going to be a biggie. But I worked all along here. As I keep saying, I need to get a board. So I literally kind of just worked all along here. And any thread that was available, I just, as I say, worked down. And yeah. So I think the next time now I'm going to finish across here. And come back and do the next row. That seems to be working for me right now. I'm thinking I was doing, there's a typewriter method, that's just going across. And then the snake method is that way, isn't it? Yeah, I think I'm just going to stick with the typewriter method and do it that way. Because one of the cool parts is over here. This part isn't fully done with the 10 by 10, but that's it's a Jensen's head, or Dean Winchester's head. So each line I'm going to actually get a piece of the boys. So it's not just going to be all background for like ever and ever and ever. Which I think is pretty cool. So next one then. Next one. And I forgot to show. Supernatural is in one of the bags. The grandmother. I'm going to be saying grandmother because baby mother-in-law's bags. Absolutely love this one. And then my Gecko Boo is in this piece. I absolutely love this bag. It's so neat. But yes, Gecko Boo was my other Whipco. As I nearly didn't get the Supernatural done yesterday. It was last day and I managed to actually do some last night, which was so good. So Gecko Boo, I did 1,069 stitches and it's at 5.79%. So I got a pretty good bit. As I say, you can see the outline of an owl. And they're just little scattered leaves. So these pieces here now is very confetti heavy. There's like 2 or 3 stitches in each section nearly. So I think I'll just continue on with the black for the moment. Unless now I get an idea that, no, we'll fill it in and, you know, work our way across. But yeah, that's my Gecko Boo. I feel like I'm flying through this right now. And, okay. There's 2 bags. Another one from the mother-in-law. There's 2 bags, and for the life of me, I can never remember which one is in which. And I always get it wrong. So, which one's in here? Oh, this is the Modern Folk 2025 Sal. And I did 623 stitches, and I'm in love with this one. Oh my god. I could not put it down. I was watching Indiana Jones while doing this, and oh my god. Obsessed. Oh my god. Wait there. Is that the right way around? Yes. Literally got all down here. And can you see the variegation? It is absolutely gorgeous. I'm obsessed. Absolutely obsessed with this one. So I think this is going to be coming out on a regular basis. Absolutely love working on this. As I did make 1 or 2 boo-boos. But luckily I only had to frog like 10 stitches. That was the most I had to do. So I'm always double, triple checking because I do have a tendency on making mistakes with Jacob's patterns. Counting's not for me. That's why I like full coverage. Whereas this is just, but the material, as I say, material is Pub Crawl from Evertotes, and then the floss is Rosette from Roxy Floss. I'm absolutely in love with it. It's beautiful. I love it. I can't stop. So obsessed with this. What did I say? It's at it's over the 5%. So woohoo! And then I think I only have one more. Did I show everything? Yeah, I did. I showed it. So this is my last one. So another bag from the mother-in-law. Beautiful as ever. And the last one, this is my drinks on the beach. I'm getting there. So this is kind of a love-hate right now. Because I love doing the block colours or block sections. And then the umbrella or the straw or anything like that. So confetti. There's confetti everywhere. So it's like, whatever at this stage. But I did 3,360 stitches. And it's at 22% of the overall project. I think it is, yes. So this is where we are at. I can't even remember what was the before photo. So I know I did the leaf here and I think I worked up. I think this is like a melon or something. I did some of the umbrella and part of the sky. And I was starting to do what I believe is a cherry. Was it one night there last week? I was just so wrecked. I was just like, I can't do cross stitch. I know it's a terrible thing to say, but my brain was just not functioning. So I just sat down and watched the new Tom Hardy movie, Havoc. And oh my god, it is Havoc. It's absolutely insane. It's just crazy. Absolutely crazy. I enjoyed it. Wouldn't say I loved it, but I did enjoy it. But it was insane. But yeah, so that's how far I've gotten with that. So, and I think, no, there's still a little bit more. I think it's down here is the end of the page. So what's out, once I've finished that, this will go away so I can concentrate on other projects. Once I get the 6 pages done, I'm happy with that. I'll get the patterns for all the other things. Because the other patterns, there are a few nice ones. And I know there's one or two I was showing my mom and she was just like, I'd like that. So that will be a contender for next year when I start doing more. Like, I need more projects to do. So yeah, that's all my projects. So did absolutely loads. So very happy with my progress. So Whip Go for just gone was called Numbers. Don't ask me numbers, but I know the projects. It's my Nightmare in Wonderland. So I'll be working again on the black for that. So I'll pick one section and just work on that. So, and again, it's only 1,000 stitches, but I do need to get to 5% for this year done on that one. And the next one is The Hobbit, or Torn Oakenshield. So a lot of that then is like block colours. I want to try and finish the kind of border going around. So there are sections where it's quite light a colour, and then it gradually gets darker and darker to go on the inside, and then I'll concentrate then on Torn once I have the outside done. I think that's my plan for that one. And again, I haven't worked on him this year. It's absolutely terrible. So there's I think either 6 or 7 projects I haven't touched this year yet, and one of them is Fergus. How have I not worked on Fergus yet? I'm mind baffled with that. So Fergus will be coming out sometime this month anyway. So plans. So my plans are, I want to get around the 4,000 stitches done on the drinks. Because if I do 4,000 stitches, I can get it in the month. I can get it done, those 6 pages done in the next couple of months. I think till December or something like that, if my calculations are right. Or more than 4,000. So if I do 2,000 a fortnight, should be fine, or more. And then I'd say, when I did my poll, do I concentrate on my lower projects or do my 5%? I'm actually going to do both. So the what's the word? Big stitch. That was the lowest count on stitches that I had. So on a Friday when I go over to my parents, I get to sit down for a little while and do a bit of cross stitch. So that's what I started doing. I just started working in that one, and before I knew it, it was done. So I think I'm going to do Friday as my try and finish, or work on my lows and as I get it done. So my next one is Welcome Campers by Witchy Stitcher. I think that's the right person. So anyway, so that's my next one. I think there's about 4,000 stitches to do in that one, or not even. I can't even check. My phone is there. I'm going to say less than 3,000, around the 3,000 or so. I will put a number up there when I can. And that's my plan for that one. Is Friday will be Welcome Campers, and then I'm literally going to work on the projects, as I just mentioned, that I haven't worked on yet this year. So I want to get them up on the board and, you know, get a few percentages done on that. So that's basically my plan. So it's got the Whip Go, my drinks on a beach, the Welcome Campers, and work on my not worked projects. And then maybe spin the wheel, of course, as well, to see what takes my fancy. Yeah, I think that's it. So I think I will leave you there. You alright?
Yeah.
Yeah? Okay. That's going to be it. I'm just going to leave you there, and I will talk to you with the next floss tube or next week for my 40 for 40. So I will talk to you later. Bye for now.